All right, this is Flux of Fluxwithit.com, and we've got Russ Hoffman here, and you have some modules here that we're going to talk about. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the company and what modules you have?
All right, so I run Evaton Technologies, and I make both modules in both eurorack and 5U format this year. I also have a DIY kit available. The modules that I currently have in eurorack are the RF Nomad, which is a voltage-controlled shortwave radio receiver module. It's really neat. You can make all kinds of crazy noises with it because it is a sideband receiver.
I'll give you a 21. Control, I'll be clear if I can do it. 381. I'll be clear at least still. Okay, 10-4. 856, 210, 213, just advising Friendship Bridge. Friendship Bridge is testing their fire alarm. Okay. 856, 361, can you copy a phone call?
As you change the tuning on it, the pitch of the audio goes up and down, sort of like going through a ring modulator, so that's kind of fun. The CV controls tuning. The other module I have is the CLX, which is sort of a complex polyrhythmic LFO clock generator kind of thing. It's got two square wave LFOs in it, and they're completely independent, but you combine them together with an AND and an XOR, and you get all four of those outputs simultaneously, and by combining them in that way, you can get some pretty neat polyrhythmic grooves going. It's kind of fun. It's like this just like instant groove machine. If you take the four outputs, or even like three of them, and patch them to different points in your patch, like running them to a filter cutoff, or triggering an envelope, or clocking like a sequencer or something like that, you can build this really complex polyrhythm that's going on really quickly. And then just by turning the two knobs for the two LFO frequencies, suddenly you've got this completely different polyrhythm going on. So there's a lot of like little happy accident kind of things that go on with it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun module.
So the RF Nomad that you have here, right?
Right, this is the 5U size Nomad, and it's the same circuit as is in the eurorack module. And basically what you have at the bottom here is an antenna connection. And the nice thing on the 5U size, because we have more front panel space to mess with, is you have this really beefy actual ham radio style antenna connector, so you can hook up a really serious outdoor antenna if you want to and get some really good reception. That's just a standard, what they call a SO239 connector. But like all standard sort of shortwave ham radio antennas have that connection. Anyway, so your radio signal comes in through there. You have an RF gain, so you can kind of adjust the sensitivity of the receiver. You have a tuning knob, which selects your station. There's a volume knob on the bottom. It's just kind of a overall volume audio gain. And then there's a CV input, and that's where the fun is that the CV affects the tuning position. So you set your tuning with the knob, so you tune here, then you can apply a CV and say you put an LFO in. Well, now the tuning does this. And because it's a sideband receiver, you get that kind of ring mod / Bodie. Yeah, and you can also get kind of like a Bodie shifter sound because the frequency shifts as well. And the CV in is good way up into the audio range, so you can modulate that tuning with any signal, including itself. You can actually take the output of the Nomad, feed it back into the CV input, and get a really crazy sound.
And is this the drone kit that you have here? Or?
This is actually a little signal generator I have.
Do you have the drone kit out here?
Drone kit's right over here.
We are.
So this is a 3 oscillator drone. It's a DIY kit. The kit comes with everything you see here except for the plastic case. The cool thing about this particular case, I get the glare off there, is you can actually sort of see the electronics inside, which is kind of fun to demo it this way. But you can see there's a circuit board, 2 chips in there, a bunch of resistors and capacitors and stuff. But it's got three square wave oscillators. You can turn them on and off individually, and you can change the frequency of each of those oscillators. And when you get them all going, you can get a kind of a really fat sound. Those are all summed together in a mixer, which feeds a not a low pass, but this is actually a band pass filter.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of different, you know. You can.
What is the grit switch on here?
So the grit switch ties in with the filter. The filter, as it comes in the kit, is slightly overdriven.
Okay.
So certain frequency combinations, you'll get just a little bit of a breakup on the filter sound, kind of a gritty sound. The grit switch is a circuit bend. This kit is designed with circuit bending in mind. So like you
can kind of play with it and discover things.
Exactly. So the grit switch is one of the bends that's included in the manual. It shows you how to do the grit. When you turn the switch on, it really overdrives the filter. Now you get this just beefy, gritty, grungy sound. A lot of the guys that are into like the harsh noise wall, they really like this.
How much is is this kit running?
The kit is $70 retail. There's a couple different vendors that carry it, and like I said,
it's pretty easy to build too.
Yeah, depending on your skill level. The way this kit came about was some friends of mine and I decided to have a solder party one night, and we were like, yeah, that'd be fun. What are we going to build? So I designed this kit, and we built it basically in an afternoon. We had some pizza, some beer, and some soldering irons, and we built a bunch of kits. It was a lot of fun. So you can do it in a couple of hours, depending on your skill level, maybe 2 evenings if you're kind of more on the beginner side of things.
And where do you get these from?
Let's see. They are available through Analog Haven and Foxtone, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, and they're going to kill me for that. But those guys keep them in stock.
Excellent.